Good evening, football fans, and welcome to another exciting day of football frenzy. Today was a day filled with dramatic goals, controversial decisions, and plenty of talking points. We'll be diving into all the latest scores from today's matches, as well as looking ahead to the upcoming fixtures. Transfer deadline day also provided its usual share of last-minute deals and surprises. So, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the thick of the action. The Premier League saw several exciting matches today. Liverpool secured a hard-fought 2-1 victory against Leicester City at Anfield. Meanwhile, Manchester City maintained their unbeaten run with a dominant 4-0 win over Crystal Palace. In other matches, Tottenham Hotspur drew 1-1 with Everton, while Chelsea suffered a shock 2-1 defeat to Aston Villa. Looking ahead, the weekend promises more thrilling encounters, with the highlight being the North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. Transfer deadline day was as dramatic as ever, with clubs scrambling to get deals over the line. Arsenal made a late splash by signing midfielder Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid for a reported £45 million. Manchester United also secured the services of left-back Alex Telles from Porto. Chelsea, on the other hand, missed out on their top target, Declan Rice, as West Ham refused to sell. As always, there were a few controversial decisions that sparked debate among fans and pundits alike. The use of VAR continues to divide opinion, with some arguing that it is not being used consistently. In the Tottenham vs Everton match, VAR was called upon to rule out a late Everton goal for a marginal offside. The decision sparked fury from the Everton players and manager, who felt they had been robbed of a victory. Section 5. Injury updates and player concerns. Several teams were dealt injury blows today, which could have significant implications for their seasons. Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk was forced off with a hamstring injury in the first half of their match against Leicester. The extent of the injury is not yet known, but it is a major concern for Jurgen Klopp's side. Meanwhile, Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne missed the match against Crystal Palace with a minor muscle strain. Section 6. Manager interviews and press conferences. Post-match interviews and press conferences provided further insight into the day's events. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp expressed his disappointment at the injury to Virgil van Dijk, but praised his team's resilience in securing the victory. Manchester City's Pep Guardiola was delighted with his team's performance, hailing their attacking prowess and defensive solidity. Chelsea manager Frank Lampard, on the other hand, cut a frustrated figure after his team's defeat, admitting that they were simply not good enough on the day. Section 7 Must-read football stories. Off the pitch, there were several interesting football stories that caught the eye. The Guardian published an exclusive interview with former Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson, in which he reflected on his illustrious career and offered his thoughts on the current state of the game. The Athletic ran a fascinating piece on the rise of data analytics in football, exploring how clubs are using data to improve their recruitment and on-field performance. Section 8. Radio highlights and commentary. For those who prefer their football on the radio, BBC Radio 5 Live provided comprehensive coverage of all the day's action. Commentators brought the games to life with their expert analysis and passionate commentary. Listeners were also treated to exclusive interviews with players and managers, providing behind-the-scenes insights. Section 9. Looking ahead to the weekend's action. As the dust settles on another dramatic day of football, all eyes now turn to the weekend's fixtures. The North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham promises to be a feisty affair, with both teams eager to claim bragging rights. Manchester United will be looking to bounce back from their midweek Champions League defeat when they travel to Newcastle, and Liverpool will be hoping to maintain their unbeaten start to the season when they host Aston Villa. Until then, it's goodbye from me.